Hey everybody, this is Broku, and I think we need to talk about some things. I need to talk about the real reason why I mainly stopped uploading on this channel, and why I don't really know if I'm ever going to be really uploading on this channel in the future. So, I'm going to talk about a few things, basically how this channel started, and then kind of the downfall of this channel, because the downfall was almost my choice in a way, because I'm the one that kind of stopped uploading, and that's why the channel is, not dead, but just isn't really doing anything. So basically, guys, this is gonna be a not too graphic, but basically just to kind of give you a little bit of a TLDR. My girlfriend or ex-girlfriend was going to falsely accuse me of raping her and use that to basically bend me to her will. But with that, we'll just get into the story and get to there, because it's a long story and it's best to be told in a whole. If you guys don't know, I started this channel back in the spring of 2017. It actually started off as just a placeholder channel for videos that I wanted to do eventually. And then I actually had a school project for college. It was my creative writing class that I did on the channel. And basically this project was to make a what if fan fiction or fan theory storyline on one of your favorite TV shows that you've ever seen. And we had to do something besides an essay. So you had to do something like do a play, make a video, or make like a screenplay. And I decided to do a what if video on Dragon Ball, because I was watching Masako X's what ifs at the time. It's like, oh, I'll just do this and then it'll be cool, it'll be fun. I mean, I already knew how to do video editing stuff because I took a class earlier, and I even done YouTube a bit before that for fun, just for random times. And then, basically, what happens is months later, this video blew up. It got me thousands of subscribers, basically over a few days, and like 1 million channel views overnight almost. And that's where my path as a full-time YouTuber pretty much begun. At the time, I was a part-time student because it was just summer. I worked as a part-time job as a cashier, and I was training to make a comeback as a college football player. But I saw an opportunity, and I decided to delay my comeback of football to the spring. This would not give up a year of my eligibility, and it would give me a lot of time to train. I had already had multiple scholarships to Division II programs, so I basically talked to them like, how about I just go there in the spring, I can do spring football, and I don't lose a year of eligibility. It gives me more time to train. And they were cool with that. So I had basically only been training for 3 months prior to that, and the season was 4 weeks away, so that would give me only 4 months to train. Not optimal. And so I decided to commit to one more full term at my community college that would finish my associate's degree, and then I would train in the weight room and focus on my YouTube channel. Now, at the time, I had a girlfriend of nearly 5 years who had recently moved across the country to the Midwest. Luckily, I had received a football scholarship to one of the best Division II football programs in the country that was only 40 minutes from where my girlfriend lived. This meant I could move with my girlfriend eventually across the country, do YouTube, and pursue my not only academic career at a good college, but pursue my football career again. Because if you don't know, I was, a scholarship football player on a national championship team and got hurt before my first game as a freshman and never played again. So this would give me a chance to do all of that. And if you saw me at the time, you'd assume my life was going quite well. I was engaged to my fiance. I was getting in good shape and I was getting really strong. I had a football scholarship. I got to do YouTube for a living, which a lot of people want to do. But on the inside, I was living in hell. Now, it's time to kind of give you the story of my ex, my ex-fiance, and how I figured I was dating a literal demon. So I had a really weird dating life in high school. I was 6 feet tall. A lot of the girls, like cute girls, would tell me that I'm a good-looking guy. And I was an all-star athlete. You guys remember the good old days when people would say like for a rate on Facebook? Well, whenever I got those, or I liked those, and girls gave me the rate, girls that were actually really cute, I never got less than a 7. I usually get an 8 or a 9. Sometimes like a 9.5 or a 10. And I was friends with the cheerleaders, friends with the popular girls, etc. I was always told I was a great guy, but could never find a girl. So scarcity of love drove me to desperation, and I started dating my ex-fiance. I was a sophomore in high school, so was she. People told me I was too good for her. I was too good looking for her, and more. But I thought she was cute, and honestly, I was tired of the single life, and I wanted to get laid. And this leads me to a huge piece of advice, guys. Never settle for somebody. If I could go back in time, I would never have settled for her, and instead would have focused on my own path and let whatever girls come to me instead. And even if no girls came, at least I wouldn't have gone through what I eventually would go through with her. This girl was a master manipulator and a seductress, perfectly planning out her conquering of my life. Slowly phasing out my friends and family in her path, she first drew me in by building me up to be her knight in shining armor. She apparently was suicidal, and me becoming her boyfriend led to her to stop being suicidal. So apparently I saved her life. I was her white knight, her knight in shining armor, her Prince Charming who saved her life, and that was a huge boost to my pride. I was a hero. I would always be her hero. It made me want to be with her even more. And I thought it was a sign of love when it was really just one of her first moves on the chessboard. Actually, the first 2 years of the relationship were really not that bad. In fact, I would say it was a pretty good relationship in the first 2 years, but that was because I was blinded by rose-tinted glasses of love and missed all the red flags. Or I guess rose-colored flag? Anyways, it kind of sucks what the male mind can be blinded to when you receive some pussy and some love. Well, fake love. At about the 2-year mark was my senior year season of football, and it was important because the majority of my junior year, I was injured and had yet to receive any major scholarship offers to play football. And knowing this, my ex-girlfriend, used this to her advantage and developed a situation to use this fear of not getting scholarships. So basically, she was going to hashtag #MeTooMe, even though I never did that. And I have video evidence of her admitting to that years later that I never did that, and she was just going to use this situation to get me to do things for her, because if I didn't do things for her, not only would she ruin my reputation, but basically potentially put me in jail. Because there are situations all the time where girls in high school will say that the athlete raped them, and then with no evidence, the athlete is now a registered sex offender. The crazy thing here is that I knew of the scenario of Brian Banks, a guy who was a star football player, was going to be probably an All-American in college, probably go to the NFL, got falsely accused, had to go to prison, his career was completely ruined, and the girl was, she did fess up to falsely accusing him. So this was playing in my mind that, oh, Brian Banks, my name's Brian too, is this going to, same thing can happen to me? So basically, if she ever needed anything and I said no, she would give me that look of like, oh, really? Like, oh, you're not going to give me that? Okay, well then I'm going to go tell people. So, there was this really popular coffee stand. Basically, I had to get her coffee every day even if I couldn't afford it. And if I didn't do it, she would throw a fit and basically give me that look of, oh, if you don't do that, then I'm going to tell people. And then it'd be literally the night before my playoff game my senior year against one of the best teams in the state. And I was up till 3 a.m., had to wake up at 7 a.m., so I got 4 hours of sleep before the most important game of the season because she needed me. And so, yeah, my senior season, despite I was all state and I did good, I could have done better if it weren't for her. Now, kind of flash forward a few years later, I proposed to her because basically it's half of me being blinded by the love of the first 2 years, half of me scared shitless, oh, I'm kind of stuck with her because if I break up with her, I'm going to get falsely accused. And so I kind of just had to ride this out. So I proposed to her and she said yes, we got engaged. And basically I moved to the Midwest with her based on a lie. She said I would just be there with her just for 4 months, helping her fix up the house, and then we would have to move back to our home state. Turns out that was a lie. There was no plan for her to move back to the state. She wanted me away from my family and friends so that I had no one to rely on, and that she would drive me further into scarcity so I'd only have her. That's what abusers and manipulators do. They try and separate you from your friends and family, the ones looking out for you, the ones that are looking at your situation without rose-tinted glasses. She drove me away from all my friends that were girls in the beginning of the relationship under the guise that she didn't want anything to happen between me and them. She tried to drive away one of my friends and failed. She even tried to stop me from being friends with someone by trying to say that they were gay for me, and therefore I shouldn't be friends with them. Her only option was to get me away from my friends and family, and that was to get me to move across the country, and so I did. And at the time, I'd been in YouTube for or my YouTube channel, this Broku72, for like 5 or 6 months. And basically, that's kind of where I went downhill. I went from doing, I think, like 5 videos a week at decent quality thumbnails, and my videos were always on time. I think I had a set schedule. I think I'd upload Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday. I don't remember, at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's when I'd always upload. And so basically what happened is she not only would take my money, but she would take my time. She wouldn't let me get my videos on. And so basically went from 5 videos a week, always on time, to 2, 3, or 4, usually 3 videos a week, never on time, and less quality videos with less quality thumbnails, with my voice in the video sounding less enthusiastic. I know a lot of people notice this, like, bro, you don't seem as happy anymore. And it's true. In my videos, you can hear the progression of my voice slowly get sadder and sadder, or just more monotone instead of being more happy. And it's because I was constantly in a state of depression, because she would hit me. Here's just this video of her waking me up, and you can see the bruise on my arm. So basically what would happen is I would spend the entire day consoling her because of her fake depression, her fake panic attacks, that I will talk about why they're fake in a sec. Basically, then I'd get done with helping her. She'd go to sleep. I'd work till about 5 or 6 in the morning. She'd wake me up at 8 or 9 in the morning because she wanted me to be awake with her when she woke up. So I was getting no sleep, and so she would just wake me up and fuck with me, even though I needed to get sleep, you know? So basically, I was the one, I worked full-time, I was a student, and I tried to go to the gym, except she wouldn't let me go, because what turns out is that she wanted me to get fat so that no other girls would take me away from her. So we got fast food like 2 or 3 times a week. She would barely let me go to the gym, and this bitch worked 12 hours a week. And I also did all the dishes, I did all the laundry, and I helped her with all of her shit, her fake issues, because this girl was so good at acting that her panic and anxiety attacks were fake. Because what happened is, one time, she basically this is what she would do. If I was at a friend's house, a lot of times she'd tell me to come to her house and leave their friends early because she had a panic attack. Well, basically one time I got done hanging out with my friends early. Oh, I'm gonna surprise her with ice cream or whatever. And so I show up to her house, bring ice cream, and I can see, inside of a room from where I park, because she leaves her blinds open like a dumbass. And I see her inside, and she's like, Brian, I need you to come over because, I'm having a panic attack and I'm hitting myself. And then I look in her window, she's completely fine. She is watching a Netflix comedy special and laughing, having the time of her life. And she's telling me that she's having a panic attack and is hitting herself and doesn't know if she's going to make it through. So this is how I come to the realization that, all of this is fake. She isn't having these panic attacks. She doesn't have she's acting. She's using this to use me to make me feel bad. So there's all this false abuse, and it's affecting the YouTube channel. And basically what happens, guys, is I finally was like, okay, we're done here. I fly back to my home state, break up with her when I land, and then honestly, she did some crazy stuff after that. No need to really mention it, but I come back and I'm like, okay, I have a lot of damage done to me because I was just basically abused for 6 years. And, it kind of sucks when guys get physically abused because nobody takes you seriously. And it's not like I was ever in fear for my life, but it's like, I can't defend myself. If I do, she'll call the cops and I'm going to go to jail. That happens all the time, where the girls are the physical abuser. The guy defends himself, and then he goes to jail because there's not enough evidence to prove it. And it's like, nobody is there for you because either they think you're a pussy, or it's like, oh, just deal with it. She's not going to hurt you that bad. And that's kind of what I went through. I had bruises all over my arm. She'd slap me. And then the emotional abuse was much worse. She made me lose a lot of confidence. And so I get back, and I'm like, shit, I don't even want to do YouTube anymore. I'm going to go back to school and become a college football player again. So if you guys don't remember, was a bit over a year ago. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go play college football because I wanted just to leave YouTube behind and I want to do new shit and just take my mind off it completely. So I started a new YouTube channel, Broku No Hero, which is now just called Broku. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start training to play football. And so that's why I kind of left this channel on the back burner, because whenever I would upload Dragon or edit Dragon Ball videos, it would make me think of my ex-girlfriend and all the shit I was going through, because I basically had to use my video editing to get through the hard times out in the Midwest with my ex-girlfriend, because that's all I pretty much had. So I just wanted to get rid and stop doing Broku videos, so I started doing even less than before, started doing the other channel, and started training for football. Then, lucky me, I tear a muscle in my back, and so that was right before the spring training, so I didn't get to play football. Now, guys, I'm actually studying and training to become a personal trainer and certified nutrition coach, so that's my next career path. I already had jobs lined up, and then the coronavirus kind of came in and screwed that up, but I'm sure I'll be fine, because, you know, I kind of have some connections to gyms here. But yeah, that's basically what happened, guys, is this girl was a complete manipulator and seductress. She was going to falsely accuse me of sexual assault. She was going to, she abused me physically, emotionally. She was a liar. She basically, when I broke up with her, she went around and told people that I cheated on her, and made me look like the deadbeat in this situation. She is not a good person, and that's kind of what happened. Is I went from uploading 5 times a week, good, better quality, decent thumbnails or whatever, to way less, never uploaded on time, didn't sound as enthusiastic in my videos, they weren't as creative or imaginative, and started making more errors in my videos. And it's because I was always tired, I was always putting up with their shit, and so that's kind of what happened. And then when I come back and, she's gone, it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something completely different to get my mind off of everything. So that's when I started training for football, started a new channel, and kind of left this channel in the back burner. And I keep saying, oh, I'm going to make more videos, but it's like, first off, Dragon Ball isn't even really relevant right now. And 2, it's like, I'm going to be doing a personal trainer anyways. I think about maybe doing a fitness channel, or maybe, I don't want to copy, I think his name's Jack's Blade, where he does a bunch of anime fitness videos, but yeah, so I don't know if I'm really going to be uploading on this channel anymore, just because of what happened in life. So that's just, I also want to be completely honest with you guys, because people ask me, why don't you ever upload anymore? You say you're going to upload and you don't. Well, this is it. I went through a terrible relationship with an abuser, somebody who was going to falsely accuse me, and so that's kind of why I stopped, because I just wanted to move on. And so just take these words of advice: never settle for a girl, pay attention to the red flags, listen to your friends and family when they critique your other person, your partner. Listen to them, because I should have done that. I was looking with rose-tinted glasses and I couldn't see. And just have the respect for yourself to let yourself leave. In the beginning, I could have left before the things went really bad, when I first started to see the red flags, but no, I was blinded. Don't let people abuse you. Look out for yourself, number 1. Let your friends and family know things that happen, and take their advice seriously. You don't ever want to do this, because look at me now. If I would have just dumped her before moving out there with her, I'm sure this channel would be at several 100,000 subscribers, and I'd be completely happy. I still would have, kept losing weight, because I was working out to play football anyways. So that kind of actually makes it so that I need to add something that I forgot. And so basically, my ex-girlfriend got me all buttered up and fat, because she didn't want any other girls taking me from her. So basically, I gained about 45 pounds in just a few months, because basically always wanted to get fast food. We got fast food about 4 to 5 times a week. We ate unhealthy. And then, also I was eating more because I was very depressed. And then also, she would find any excuse to get me to not work out. She didn't want me to get in shape. If I was going to go to the gym, she'd say, don't go tonight. I'm not having a good time. I'm going to have a panic or anxiety attack if you go. So basically, I was going to the gym instead of 4 to 5 days a week. I'd maybe go 2, sometimes 3 a week, and then have a poorer workout. And I was not going to get any gains anyways, because I was only getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night with a very bad diet. So it's like, if I had just never moved out there with her, if I had just would have dumped her, although, like I said, it was kind of hard because she might have falsely accused me. But so I have a video she basically sent me of her admitting that she was going to falsely accuse me. So now I'm not scared at all. That's why I wasn't scared to break up with her. So don't let yourself follow the same mistakes. My life would be so much better right now. You know, I'd have several 100,000 subscribers on this channel. I would want to still do videos. Like I could still probably bring this channel back to some sort of prominence, but I just don't want to do it. If you guys notice, all the videos I've uploaded on this channel in the past, the editing's pretty basic, and I didn't really even try. It's because I don't really have the motivation for this channel anymore. My ex-girlfriend drained all of it out of me, and now I want to do something else. I like to work out. I love to work out. I always have. I love helping people work out. I've always done that. I've done that for way longer than YouTube, and yet I'm still not tired of it. And now I'm training to become a personal trainer. I'm in my 3rd week right now of schooling and training. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, don't let a girl, or I guess even a guy, take control of your life. Follow your own path. And just, I would say, is that it's always better to just work on yourself. Go to the gym, get in shape, read some books, learn some things, learn a language, learn a skill, do all of that. And they will come to you, and you won't have to settle. Focus on yourself. Give yourself high value, and just be careful. Like, that's all I can say. You know, the whole Me Too thing is making these girls, it's skewing things. It's like upwards of 10% of rape accusations are false. Yeah, 10% is not, that's scary, guys. And I'm one of them. Well, I mean, technically not, because she never went out and actually accused me. She just threatened to falsely accuse me. So be careful, guys. If you have a career, focus on that. The girl should not be the center of your life. She should be like a Christmas tree ornament to your life. She should add on to your life. She should not be your life. You're the Christmas tree. She's an ornament that you're putting on your tree to add to your life. She is not your life. And focus on yourself. That being said, guys, don't know when I'll ever upload again, but just hope you guys can understand why I stopped uploading. And this also explains to you why my videos started being pretty shitty, because I didn't really want to make videos. But I appreciate all the support over the years. 70 some odd thousand subscribers. So many comments. So many, so much support over the years. I did love it. It was so much fun. And maybe, hopefully, one day I'll come back to this channel. Don't know if I will, but this is the downfall of Broku72. Like I said, it's my fault. Guys, no matter what, it's my fault. Because I should have gotten out of that situation earlier. And I should have just figured a way out. But I just kind of was scared. But that being said, hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out, and be careful. So basically, I just wanted to make this video just to be honest and tell you why I'm not uploading, because honestly, I've never been able to tell the full truth. I've always been, I guess, didn't really want to give off too much about me, too much that happened, because it is, private life matter, but I thought you guys deserved to know, all the times you've supported me. You guys have sent me super chats, all the great comments, all the great advice and video ideas, so I thought you guys deserved the honest truth.